The Christmas season has got off to a distinctly unfestive start for users of the PlayStation Store, with news that the service will not only be losing more than 1,200 of the video titles it carries by the end of the month, but that nobody who has bought any of these disappearing titles will be entitled to any sort of refund. On December 1, some PS Store users received an email from the service that simply and starkly stated the following: "Dear PlayStation customer, as of December 31, 2023, due to our content licensing arrangements with content providers, you will no longer be able to watch any of your previously purchased Discovery content, and the content will be removed from your video library. Click here for a full list of affected titles that will no longer be supported. We sincerely thank you for your continued support." If you didn't get the email, you can find confirmation of its content on the PlayStation website, where it appears as a legal update notice. The message from the PlayStation Store may be short, but it says much about the state of content ownership in 2023. In particular, it provides consumers with another stark reminder that even if you buy, rather than rent, content from a digital-only service, you don't truly own it. Rather, you're just purchasing a license to watch the content, a license that often isn't entirely in the hands of the service you're buying it from. So if a service provider loses the license for a bit of content for whatever reason, then anyone who's paid for their own personal use license loses access to that content too. It's important to note as well that there's no mention in the PlayStation Store's message about its loss of Discovery content of any solution to this problem. So no system is provided, for instance, for, say, downloading affected shows that you may own. When December 31 ticks over into January 1, that's it. All the Discovery content covered by the ending licensing arrangement between Sony PlayStation Store and Discovery will no longer be available to you watch via the PlayStation Store. Nor is there any suggestion in PlayStation's announcement that you might expect any refunds for the content licenses you bought but are about to lose. This is because the PlayStation Store and PlayStation Network's massive set of terms and conditions include riders such as Condition 15.5.1 of PlayStation Store rules, which states, "You can use a product in the ways described in the license, but do not own the product." And there may also be more specific phrases included in the T&Cs you have to agree to when you buy a specific title. Of course, few if any typical consumers take the time to read an online service's full terms and conditions, and so instead merely assume the usual rules of consumerism apply. As in, if you've bought rather than rented something, you own it. Until, at least, you yourself decide you no longer want it.